Alright guys, it's been a few days. We got our crank puller. We went with the Pit Posi crank puller instead of a Tusk. They're about the same price, but we went with the Pit Posi because it came with the extra adapters, which we don't need, but it's always nice to have, and we don't have to pay any extra money for these like Tusk makes you do. But we will be using these adapters here to get this crank pulled so we can continue with the build. So let's go ahead and get this thing mounted and get this crank pulled. Alright, so we're going to need the small adapter that this kit offers, which we'll thread on here, and then we will take this out to get our adapter set up. There we go. There is a notch inside here that there's a little pin that follows, so we need to line that up. There we go, sitting nice and flush. Let's go ahead and get our wrench. Let's see what size that is. Not 7/8, probably a metric. Where's the inch? 16th. Don't know. We'll go with a 25. There we go, a 25 mil. So now, as you're cranking this in, you want to make sure the connecting rod is sitting where it needs to be. Use this way. And just like that, you just keep tightening until it gets seated all the way in. A little more, and that should do it. And there we have it, sitting in there nicely. Alright, now we can start laying our transmission in there and getting the two case halves together, get our liquid gasket maker put on, and have a complete bottom end. Alright, now before we set this transmission back in the bottom end, we got some rust. We're going to spend a little bit of time cleaning it up. So I'm going to take the wire brush and just work my way across each gear, and just like that, it's taking that little bit of rust off. It should do the same thing just like that, taking that little bit of rust off there. And I'm probably gonna disassemble this so I can get to every little spot on here. Alright, so we got the transmission sitting in the cases, and it rotates like it should, goes through the gears as of right now. We got our Tri-Bond liquid gasket 1184 on both case halves, and we're getting ready to heat up this bolt set on the inner race of this bearing. That way we can get it to slide down as far as possible, and then we can use our crank puller to get it the rest of the way down. Then we got our new hardware here from Fast Metric, and they do a really nice job of labeling each baggie tells you crankcase, and then your clutch cover and all that. It's really nicely labeled, and I mean, looks like really nice hardware also. So we got those ready, so once we get this slid down on, we can flip it over, put our bolts in, get them tightened down, and then make sure everything rotates like it should. So first things first, we're going to heat up this bolt, set it on here, let it sit there for like 6 or 7 minutes, and then we'll flip it over, set it down on, and then like I said, if we need to, we'll use the crank puller to finish pulling it down through, and we'll get our bolts put in. Alright, so we need the larger adapter. There we go. So we got our adapter put on, and we took the outer race off. That way we can get set right down, just like that. Get our nut on, and hopefully this thing goes right together. that is working out very nicely right now. Whoop. Let's go ahead and get our bolts in. We'll leave the clutch tool on right now until we get our hardware in. That one goes there. And this guy goes there. That one. Yep. Nope, that's a long one. That's definitely a long one. Hold on. Is that the longest one? Oh yeah. That guy has to go there, right? There we go. Just gonna snugly set these in, and then I'll go through and tighten them down. Now I'll just kind of hop around and tighten the bolts down. Now I'll just go all the way through, make sure they're all nice and snug. Nice. Now, got definitely enough of that liquid gasket. Have to get it all cleaned up, but get it turned. When you get it off this crank, after we get this tool off, sounds good. Transmission works like it's supposed to. There's 6th gear. neutral. Nice. There we go. Moves like it should. Good deal. So what we'll do is we'll let her sit overnight because it's already like 10:30 on Sunday. I gotta get up at 5 a.m. for work. So I feel good about it. Looks good. Everything rolls like it should. So we do need to put these in. Those require a little bit of blue Loctite, but we'll leave them there, and then we'll set those in tomorrow. Getting somewhere. Like I said, we'll have a little bit of cleanup because I want to try to clean that up as best as possible. We got our little breather that needs to be put back in, which is right here. We'll get it cleaned up and then we'll get it pressed in. So, making progress. Alright guys, it's been 24 hours since we paired these two cases up, and I went through and cleaned up as much of the excess liquid gasket maker as possible. But the next thing we got to do is add our blue Loctite to these two screws and put them right here. And then we can go through and start putting all our seals in and getting this bottom end buttoned up. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so we already got our blue Loctite sitting on these two screws. So we're going to go ahead and put them in place. So I'm going to give both screws just a light tap on the impact hammer. That way we know they're set. There we go. Now we can start adding our seals, which we got this Tusk seal kit, and we're going to go ahead and start putting our seals in. guys, I appreciate you tuning in and staying to the end of this video. As you can see, we got the motor all buttoned up and ready for the frame. So in the next video, we get the motor, or we get the frame tidied up and get parts changed out on it to accept this motor. But yeah, there's lots more to come in this series and that. And I hope you guys are enjoying it. If so, please leave a like down below. If you guys haven't subscribed, you can subscribe over here. If you want to see the latest and greatest video, you can click over here. And I'll catch you guys next time.